Hello, everyone. My name is Zulfiqar, and welcome to another episode of Income Investors. With me today is John Whitefoot with another exciting income pick. If you want to read more about what John writes on a regular basis, you can head to incomeinvestors.com, where you can find the link to the website in the description below. When interest rates start to turn, something interesting happens. Investors who have been sitting on the sidelines suddenly wake up and start hunting for yields again. That could be the case today. Inflation has cooled, central banks are beginning to soften their tone, and there is even talk about interest rate cuts on the horizon. If that happens, it could spark a rush into income generating investments. And one company that could be a big winner in this environment is Sound Point Meridian Capital Inc. They're traded on New York Stock Exchange under symbol SPMC. SPMC stock doesn't just offer an eye-catching dividend yield, it pays that monthly. So, John, what can you tell us about Sound Point Meridian Capital?
Thanks, Mo. Sound Point Meridian Capital is an income-focused investment company that's structured as a closed-end fund, or CEF. Primary goal is to generate high current income for shareholders while offering some potential for capital appreciation over time. The fund invests in the equity and mezzanine tranches of collateralized loan obligations, or CLOs, that are backed by U.S. senior secured loans. Put in simple terms, you can think of a CLO as a pool of corporate loans packaged and sold in different layers of risk and return. The equity and mezzanine tranches typically carry higher risk, and this is how Sound Point Meridian can offer less dividends. In addition, the company might also sometimes invest in loan accumulation facilities. Now, what is a loan accumulation facility? Think of it as a storage box for loans. Before a group of loans get bundled and sold to investors in the form of a CLO, they sit in this box for a short period of time. This helps the company collect enough loans to create one big investment package later.
Now, John, help me make some sense here. How could lower interest rates help SPMC stock?
Yeah, now over the last 2 years, higher rates put pressure on income generating assets across the board. Now, if you looked at REITs or business development companies recently, there's widespread damage there. But if we were at or near the peak in rates and cuts begin in the coming quarters, it's not rocket science to think that those pressures could ease. For SPMC stock, lower interest rates could do two things. Number one, as investors go out hunting for yield, SPMC stock could show up on their radar. It would be nothing but good news for those who, are thinking of putting in their portfolio. Two, lower interest rates support the CLO market. Lower borrowing costs can improve their performance of underlying loans and ultimately strengthen CLO cash flows. Simply put, this is not a recommendation, of course, to buy or sell. But now it could be an ideal time for income investors to at least look at SPMC stock.
If you like what you see so far, check out incomeinvestors.com. While you're there, you could also sign up for our free special report titled 3 Income Stocks to Own Today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%. You can find the link to incomeinvestors.com in the description below. And now back to the video. And John, SPMC stock pays monthly, and from what I see, that's rare.
For income-focused investors, Sound Point Meridian Capital checks a lot of boxes. The fund currently has a robust forward dividend yield of frothy 16.7%. This puts SPMC stock well ahead of the typical dividend stock or bond, and good luck getting this sort of dividend yield with dividend aristocrats. What makes SPMC stock stand out even more is its monthly distribution. The fund pays 25 cents per month for an annual payment of $3 per share. Simple math here, 1,000 SPMC stock would generate monthly income of $250. Instead of waiting a full quarter for cash flow, investors receive payments every 30 days. Now, that makes it an excellent fit for retirees who need predictable income, or for investors looking for a steady yield in their portfolio.
Lastly, John, what kind of risk should income investors expect with SPMC stock?
Even with solid monthly income and rates potentially coming down, it's important to keep a clear head. SPMC stock, like any investment, comes with risks. Since the company invests primarily in CLOs, its performance is tied to the credit quality of the underlying loan. In case defaults rise, the cash flow available for distributions could come under pressure and could impact South Point Meridian Capital's robust monthly dividend. Also, know that this fund uses leverage, and leverage can be a double-edged sword. It can amplify both gains and losses, especially in volatile environments. Lastly, with such a high yield, investors need to monitor whether the fund's distributions are being fully covered by income, or there's return of capital as well, and that could impact the net asset value, or NAV.
John, thank you so much for your insights. Sound Point Meridian Capital is a closed-end management fund with a clear focus on generating income for investors. The fund invests in equity and mezzanine tranches of CLOs. It has a dividend yield of 16.7% and pays monthly. Put simply, SPMC Stock combines one of the highest yield available today with monthly payments and potential price appreciation. That's it for today, and make sure to go to incomeinvestors.com now to get our free special report on 3 income stocks to own today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%. You can find the link to incomeinvestors.com in the description below. We'll be back with more income picks soon, so stay tuned, and in the meantime, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye for now.